Hello everybody, this is ADG. Welcome to another episode of Adriel Talks. And as I said way back, I was supposed to do a video of my favorite animated films. What I call 3D animated films. It's actually CG animated films. Like we have currently Raya, the Last Dragon, and some other films coming this way. And well, I just wanted to tell you my favorites, my top 10 favorites. Because, well, I grew up watching a lot of animated films, whether it be 2D or CG. And I have a lot of love for the traditional style films, the old-timey Disney films and all that. Without further ado, let's start with the number 10. And if you see me looking at the side, it's because I'm looking at myself on the screen to make sure I look fine. Number 10, it's actually my first ever film that I remember owning that was a CG animated film. And it was the movie Dinosaur by Disney. I think this movie sparked my love for dinosaurs because I really, really love dinosaurs, and I even have a giant book that my grandmother gave me. I'm just gonna get it. Here. It's all battered down. It's because it's been years. It even got wet outside by the rain and all that. It has a bunch of dinosaur drawings and all kinds of things. It's really good. It's a really good. It's a really good book, and it also serves to put the laptop on when I'm using it. Number 9, Serves Up, and I really was wondering. I was gonna put another film in this category because you would be surprised of some of the movies I have here on my list. The movie Serves Up, I loved it better than Happy Feet because I had them around the same time, and Serves Up was the better Happy Feet in my opinion when I was a kid. I still love Happy Feet because it's one of my favorite films as well, but Serves Up connected to me more. I don't know if it was because of the surfing penguins. I don't know, I just loved it. I just loved the film, and I loved like it was part film, part documentary, which was great. And even in the film, he does a reference to Happy Feet, which is, I find it hilarious. Number 8, the movie 9. It came out 999. Yes, the movie, it was supposed to be a silent film at the beginning because it was from a original clip that was completely silent. But the movie had voices of Elijah Wood, Frodo, and I love the movie. I don't know why, but Tim Burton sometimes does some great movies. He helped produce this movie, and it was such a great movie. I freaking loved it. I loved it so much. And the characters, and there's 9, 7, I think it's 4 and 3. there's 1 to 9 people, and it's freaking cool. A bit creepy though that all of them are pieces of the soul of their creator, and 9 and 7 are like, yeah. Number 7, Shrek 2, and I was gonna put Shrek, the first one. But I actually think I would better put Shrek 2 here because it's slightly better. Because I love Shrek. The first 3 films, I find them good. After the third one, it was a bit downhill, and fourth, we don't talk about number 4. And really, I loved Shrek 2, and especially that I Need a Hero cover. It was great, and it was such a nice thing to see the world of Shrek expand even more. We see all the princesses like Rapunzel and some other. We see them in the background. On the third one, we get them more as characters. But I still really love Shrek 2, and it's one of my favorite films to this day. Number 6, WALLE. I frigging love WALLE. It was one of my favorites growing up. I loved it. I don't know why, but like a trash collecting robot who falls in love with us. It was basically, I don't know what it was, But I spent hours just watching WALLE over and over and over again. I freaking loved it. It was such a great time. I don't know what it is about WALL-E. I just connect with it. I just love to watch it, and still to this day one of my favorite films. Number 5, Ants. Oh boy, yes. This is one of my favorite films ever. Like, the movie Ants sparked my love for ants. And still, ants are one of my favorite animals. Yeah, you didn't know that, but it also sparked the creation of my book series. Well, I call it series because, well, the Ant Saga just has only one book published on Wattpad, and I haven't still begun working on the others. It's supposed to be 5 books, if you don't know, but I'll get to that someday later. Anyway, the movie Ants, I loved it because it's the tale of this working ant, Z. And funny thing, his name is Z Marion. Like, his last name or second name is Marion, which is kind of funny. He travels with the ant princess, go to Insectopia, which is his dream. He wants to be something more than a worker. And he gets his dream and goes all the way and changes his entire colony's existence completely. And it's such a fun film, and I love the aspects of terror, like the part where the ants go to war. It's, oh my god, it was always one of my favorite parts of the movie was the ant war, and it was such a great thing. I loved it. I freaking loved it.
Go marching 2 by 2, hurrah, hurrah. We'll all be led forward through, hurrah, hurrah.
I always considered A Bug's Life to be a disappointment compared to Ants. I always found Ants to be the superior ant film. Of course, there's also the Ant Bully film, which it's fun, but not as good. Number 4, and it's a movie I actually own on DVD. The Owls of Ga'Hoole. Legend of the Guardians. The Owls of Ga'Hoole. I have this film for a while, and it's freaking owls. Owls with armor, and just, I don't know why, but I just love it. Owls with swords and claws with blades, and it's perfect. I mean, it seems like I'm easy to impress. Just give me a good battle. The beautiful animation, because as I said, the animation for this film is beautiful. I'm gonna see if I can find a clip and just put it on the editing. But yeah, amazing film. I loved it. I don't know if people don't like it or don't like the story. I heard it was based on a book. I haven't checked the books yet because I don't know. But yeah, I loved it really much. Number 3, and I have to tell you, it was really hard to pick up the 3 spots because I love so many animated movies. It was really hard to pick, but number 3 is The Incredibles by Disney Pixar. Now, superheroes. I love the superhero genre. You can see here I have a Morrow poster behind me, behind to the right, left in your case, but whatever. I love superheroes. Ironically, that's a line from Incredibles 2. I love superheroes.
I love superheroes.
Anyway, I always, when I was a kid, I watched the Spider-Man films and I think the Superman ones, the old ones, and the Batman ones. And I always loved superheroes. And when I saw the Incredibles by Disney, it was instantly, okay, good, yes, perfect. I don't know, I just I just love that film. I have no good explanation like the plot and all that, because this is mainly me talking about nostalgia. But even so, these films about superhero, Zindrum was right. You don't have to be a superpowered individual to be a hero. And the fact that you figure out that this villain actually has he's actually right, but you can't go side with him because he's murdering a bunch of people. So this is an interesting thematic about the Incredibles, that the villains seem to be right, but are doing things the wrong way. Quite interesting. Number 2, Kung Fu Panda 2. Yes, it was really hard putting up this list. Kung Fu Panda 2 is my favorite of the Kung Fu Panda film, because while it is a comedic film, as is the Kung Fu Panda genre, I just freaking loved it. The villain is great. The side villains are great. The story is amazing. You get so much in-depth information about this world. You see other Kung Fu masters. They get absolutely wrecked by the villain, Shen, which is freaking cool. I love it. I love it. It was such a great film when I got it for the first time, because I didn't even know that they were going to do a Kung Fu Panda 2 until my dad got me the disc. I have the entire trilogy. I have the entire trilogy here, and I just freaking love this, because I don't know, I always loved these type of films, like the martial arts film. I always loved them, but when it was an animated form and with such funny characters like Poe and even Tigress was fun in this film. And you get so much in depth, and the movie was more darker than your regular Kung Fu Panda, or what you would think Kung Fu Panda would be. And it was great, like a more serious tone and all that. It was perfect for the film. The third one was fine. I laughed in the cinema. It was a good movie, but it didn't connect to me as much as Kung Fu Panda 2 or 1 did. But still, Kung Fu Panda 2, number 2 in my favorite animated films. Now, a few honorable mentions. Epic, Moana, How to Train Your Dragon, Bolt, Ice Age, Madagascar, Rio, Puss in Boots, Flushed Away, Rango, Rise of the Guardians, Happy Feet. And now, for my top favorite animated film, my favorite CG animated film. If you know me well, you already know which it is. But, if you don't know, my number 1 favorite CG animated film is the movie Zootopia. Yes, this Disney film about a bunny cop and a fox swindler, whatever his thing. It was a con artist, basically. But this buddy cop movie about anthropomorphic animals, it's my favorite CG animated films. From any of the other Disney stuff that they have done, Zootopia will always be my favorite of theirs. Like, my favorite animated Disney films are CG animated, Zootopia. 2D animated, Treasure Planet. Those are my 2 favorites. And Zootopia, I watched that movie so many times. Like, seriously, okay. When I originally saw the film, it was when it was already released in DVD. I had heard about the movie Zootopia, but I was so disappointed after the Frozen disaster, because I heard that Frozen was going to be based upon the Ice Queen, and I expected the main character to be a villain, and they just completely changed everything. I was disappointed in Disney and didn't want to watch any of their films. I heard about Zootopia and thought it was going to be another of these musicals, which I was so goddamn tired of. Then I happened to go to my aunt's house where they were watching it, and I started watching like from the middle, and I instantly got hooked on. So I asked for the film, I brought it home, we watched it fully, I got the DVD, and I watched it almost every single day. I knew the parts of that film. I had memorized every single scene, and I could be on my phone just hearing the film, and I would know where they were. It's still to this day one of my favorite animated films, and I will watch it every now and then just because I like it. I love it. And I'm very excited because there's a Zootopia Disney Plus series, which I'm really looking forward to. Hope they do a good job, and boy oh boy, hope they actually confirm it. Because yeah, I shipped them. Come on, my WhatsApp background it's been the same since 2016 when the God that movie is old. I watched comics about them, like fan fictions. I watched them non-stop. Like I would sometimes go to bed late just watching these comics. Some were really good, some were really good, some were a bit worrisome, but still, freaking love the film. Zootopia is for me the best Disney film.
You know you love me.
Do I know that? Yes. Yes, I do.
So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. This has been ADG with Adriel Talks, and we talked about CG animated films. Let me know in the comments which are your favorite CG animated films ever. Doesn't matter if they're anime, but as long as they're CG animated, like 3D, not 2D image, it's valid, no matter which are. So tell me in the comments down below. The next Adriel Talks will depend because I am looking forward the options I have on the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, I recommend you join it because I post updates and videos and stuff there. And you can vote which are the next videos because currently I'm going to be working on Trilogy Time once again. But the possibilities are next episode me talking about anime. It's quite a possibility. I'll see you guys on the next one. This has been ADG signing out.